In this video, I'll help you get started on the second part of the Chapter 5 payroll accounting homework where you are tasked with preparing the payroll register for 6 employees. This exercise is about Teton Tours Company in Evanston, Wyoming, which has 6 employees. The employees are paid on a biweekly basis. Please use the wage bracket method tables to calculate the federal withholdings. Please note that you don't need to complete the number of hours and that the employees have not checked the box in Step 2, and there is no additional information in Step 4. Each employee is shown only by name, their filing status, number of dependents, annual pay, and deductions, such as employee Perez, who has the filing status married filing jointly, with 2 dependents under 17, an annual pay of $44,120, and a 401k deduction of 2% of gross pay. Let's now look at what you need to do to complete the payroll register for Teton Tours. Let's complete the payroll register together for the first employee Perez. Perez has the filing status married filing jointly and has 2 dependents under 17. We'll come back to this information when we calculate this employee's federal income tax withholdings. For the next field of period wage, we calculate the biweekly earnings by dividing the annual salary of $44,120 by 26 for $1,696.92. There is no overtime or holiday pay, and we enter $1,696.92 into the gross earnings. Perez has a 401k deduction of 2% of gross pay per period, which means that we have to multiply $1,696.92 by 2% for $33.94. Other employees have a Section 125 deduction, but Perez does not. And we can now calculate the taxable federal wages, which is $1,696.92 minus the 401k and 125 deductions. For Perez, that is $1,662.98. The FICA wages are calculated by subtracting only the Section 125 deduction from the gross pay, and since Perez does not have a Section 125 deduction, the employee's FICA taxable wages are $1,696.92. The amounts for gross earnings, federal and state taxable wages, and FICA taxable wages fill in automatically in the section below, and we can move on to calculating the withholdings. We calculate the federal withholdings for Perez by selecting the wage bracket table for biweekly payroll periods, finding the column for married filing jointly with standard withholdings. We are using the standard withholdings because the exercise told us that none of the employees checked box 2 on their Form W-2. We find the correct row that includes the federal taxable wage of $1,662.98 and find the amount of $54. This employee also has 2 dependents under 17. For each dependent under 17, the employee receives $2,000 per year as a tax reduction. We divide $4,000 by 26 to get the biweekly amount of $153.85. The tax from the table was $54, and the tax dependent exemption we need to subtract is $153.85. The remaining amount can't be negative. So, the tax withholding for employee Perez is $0. Next, we calculate the Social Security by multiplying the FICA taxable wage of $1,696.92 by 6.2% for $105.21. We also calculate the Medicare taxes by multiplying the FICA taxable wage of $1,696.92 by 1.45% for $24.61. There are no state taxes, and this employee does not have United Way contributions or garnishments. That means we can now calculate the net pay. We start with the gross earnings of $1,696.92 and subtract the 401k and Section 125 deductions, the federal income tax, the Social Security tax and Medicare tax, and any other deductions for the net pay of $1,533.16. I hope you found this homework video helpful and you now feel more confident in completing this assignment. On this assignment only, I have given you 8 check my work opportunities. Please reach out to me if you have any questions.